Hi, how's it going? My name is Ali Ozdemir, and I'm here today to tell you why I'd be a great fit as a mortgage loan officer. So, by starting off, what is a home loan officer? So, we help potential buyers gain insight into real estate to help them acquire a mortgage. So, we go ahead, we evaluate the borrower, and what that means is we go over their job history, how much money they're making, what their credit score is like, their bank statements, what they got in investments, to overall come to a conclusion on what we think would be proper loan terms. How many years on the mortgage, what would the loan amount be, what kind of down payment assistance program that they would qualify. And based off that, we would go ahead and provide like a pre-approval recommendation, which would then go through our underwriting team in which they would go ahead and get approved for a home loan. So the work ethic, it's a very rigorous job. Obviously, being commission based, you eat what you kill is a common term in the industry. So appearance is a big thing. You want to look trustworthy. You don't want to come in to the office wearing like shorts and flip flops and a tank top, because nobody's going to take you seriously. Attendance is key. You want to be available, even though it's a 9 to 5 job. You really want to be available 24/7. That goes again with availability. If a borrower is calling me at 11 o'clock at night, I'm answering the phone regardless, because a closing may be at 8 o'clock in the morning. So nobody would be able to get to it until, it's too late. And we don't make money until we get through closing. And the last thing is perseverance. We face a lot of obstacles, I would say. We constantly have to get caught up on the rules and the regulations of the industry, because they're constantly changing, different loan programs getting released, others getting taken back. The terms are always changing. The market changes. As you guys know, the market is very volatile right now. We've seen a bunch of rising interest rates. So this makes people scared, because although they hear rising interest rates and inflation and all this stuff on the news, they don't really know how that plays an effect in regards to a home purchase. So it's very important for me to help overcome any objections that the borrower may have, or anything really holding them back, so we can go ahead and move forward as smoothly and as efficiently as possible. Collaboration, it's really all about efficiency, communication, and consistency. Efficiency being external and internal work. So I go ahead and I'm working with realtors, I'm working with lawyers, I'm working with appraisers, I'm working directly with the borrower. And these are all outward facing, trying to ensure that we get all the necessary documentation, everything is going ahead as smooth as possible. And that can't happen without communication, because there's so many third parties and they all have their individual responsibility. But it's my job to make sure that everybody is actually doing them, and doing them right is one thing, and just doing it is something else. We want to make sure that when directions are requested, everything is done properly, or else we're going to get kickback and we're going to lose days on closing, which is very valuable, because as you guys know, when we go ahead and we file a pre-approval, we go ahead and we lock a mortgage interest rate. So we have to close by a certain date, or else the whole deal is pretty much going to go fall through. And being consistent, getting all the documents up front, less chasing from behind, making sure that we have more than enough than not enough, so we don't have to chase down the borrower constantly. And if you look to the picture on your right, it's Sonia Leone. She's my coworker, loan processor that I work with day in and day out. And she got an award from Rhode Island Housing as being the #1 clear to close processor in 2021, which means that she looks at the loan one time because it has everything it needs, and then it gets approved for closing one time, which is crazy, unheard of, and it's part of my job to make sure that it goes through as smooth as possible, so she only has to look at it once. And at the end of the day, it all comes back to leadership, personal responsibility, initiative, and problem solving. You have to take even though you're employed by a company, being a loan officer is pretty much like entrepreneurship and being a business owner, because you have to go and build your credibility, market yourself, present yourself, gain your own knowledge, and then look for different outlets, because there's thousands of other loan officers that are doing the same thing as I am. But my job is what sets me apart is how do I make myself different, and it's through these things. I hold myself very accountable. I always take initiative. So rather than when I know that certain documents are going to be required once they get to processing, um, I'll go ahead and I'll get all those documents up front. So instead of having to go back to the bar, we're constantly asking them for more and more and more. We could just get everything in one shot and then just keep the ball rolling and then on to the next borrower. The less touches on the file, the best. And problem solving. So let's say a borrower may not be ready to buy just yet. Maybe their credit needs improvement. They need to get a new job. They don't have enough in the bank. I will go through and I will help them overcome whatever problem they might have. Let's say the credit is bad. I'll go and structure a credit report and tell them exactly what accounts need to get paid off and by how much, and exactly how to do it without it being overwhelming, so they can go ahead and boost their credit. Maybe they need to negotiate for more income because what they're qualified for right now on a purchase price is not too much. So I'll go through and help them how to negotiate a promotion, how to go ahead and find a second job that would work with the first job, so they can have that increased income. Or, reserves, how to save properly, go ahead and create like a budget with these borrowers to make sure that all their funds are getting allocated efficiently and effectively. And why I'm a good fit. So it comes back to drive. I'm young, I'm hungry, I want to get it done. I'm so young doing what I am doing. 22, I'm still full-time in school and I got a full-time job. So it all comes down to work ethic and building systems, so then I can go ahead and be successful and continue to build on that success and get it to another level. And I'm very committed. I moved from Jersey to Rhode Island to start this full-time job. So I'm fully committed. And when I start something, I always intend on finishing it, because that's just how I am. And my time management skills, being able to work on as many borrowers as possible and make sure everybody's getting the proper attention that they need, and directing people on what we need next, on the next step. So everybody's constantly has something to do and nobody's just lost in the wind. And that's what, great leadership helps everybody else out with. And experience. I'm 22 and I have a year of mortgage experience. I also have 2 years of real estate investing experience. So I'm definitely a qualified candidate. And plus, I already got my MLO license in 3 states: Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Just got them renewed a few months ago. And that's it. And I know I'm a great fit for you guys. And I hope you guys take me into consideration. And if there's any questions you guys have, just let me know. Thanks.